Did you know that over 32% of Gen Z respondents have less than $1,000 in savings? That's a pretty boring number. But the good news is, it doesn't have to stay that way. Today, we will take the first step to turn things around. In this video, I will share 6 practical tips. If you follow them, you will have $10,000 in a few months. Let me just tell you the secrets. The first thing you need to do is to automate your savings and bills. This is arguably the easiest way to save without realizing you are doing it. Just set up automatic transfers from your checking accounts to your savings accounts every time you get paid. Now, why is that important? Automating bills also helps you budget better. Once your recurring expenses are handled automatically, you get a clear picture of what is left in your account. This makes planning, saving, or investing the rest easier. The best part is that when you are not worried about missing payments, you can focus on moving extra funds into savings. It is the first step to creating financial breathing room and getting closer to that $10K goal. Now that your bills are paid and payments are on autopilot, let's get real. You cannot just sit back and hope that $10K will magically appear in your bank account. It does not work like that. You need a plan and a clear, actionable roadmap to make it happen. So how to do it? Break the goal down. Instead of thinking, I need $10,000, think smaller. Divide it into a manageable chunks. Your goal is to save $10K in a year. That is about $833 a month, or roughly $28 a day. See how much easier that feels already. Breaking a big goal into smaller milestones makes it less overwhelming and more achievable. Psychologically, it is easier for your brain to focus on short-term wins. Every time you hit a small milestone, say saving you first $1,000, you will feel a boost of motivation to keep going. The tip here is to make these smaller goals part of your routine. You can start by identifying areas to cut back, like dining out, subscriptions you don't use, or impulse shopping. Then redirect that money straight into your savings. And don't forget to reward yourself along the way. This is so important. Whenever you hit a milestone, you must celebrate with something small, like a treat or a dessert you make yourself at home. It keeps the journey fun and sustainable. But what if you feel tempted to spend? What if you see a cute dress online that you want to buy, or a nice new restaurant open nearby that you want to try but it's expensive? What will you do then? Before I tell you the answer, subscribe to my channel to help you reach your financial goals. I have all the tips you need. Alright, let's circle back to the topic. How will you avoid the temptation to spend extra money? We all have those things we want to buy or do, like the latest iPhone, that 2-day vacation, or even a 6-course meal at a new restaurant. But the thing is, giving into these impulses can completely derail your savings goals. This is why you need to make the later list. The later list is exactly what it sounds like. It's a place to write down all the things you want to buy or do, just not right now. Why? Because your brain loves to focus on what it cannot have. If you tell yourself never, it will feel restrictive, and you might end up splurging to scratch the itch. But by saving later, you are giving yourself permission to want those things, just at a time when they won't mess up your goals. Here is how it works. Whenever you get the urge to spend on something outside your plan, write it down on your later list. Whether it's a concert ticket or a designer bag, adding it to the list satisfies that part of your brain that wants to feel ahead. Then revisit the list every few months. You will often realize some of those must-haves don't seem urgent anymore. The later list does not mean you are depriving yourself. It means you are prioritizing your financial goals over instant gratification. Once you have hit your $10,000 savings target, you can come back to the list and treat yourself guilt-free. If you want to stick to the list, you also have to know your spending triggers. We all have our spending weaknesses. Some people splurge on food delivery when they are stressed. Others cannot resist placing an online order when there is a sale. You may love upgrading your phone or laptop, or travel days tempt you so that you cannot quite afford them. If any of this sounds familiar, that is your financial trigger or the situation or emotion that makes you spend. So the first step controlling them is identify them. Start by reviewing your past purchases. Do you see any patterns? Do you shop more when you are bored, sad, or celebrating? Certain stores or websites always get you. Awareness is key because you cannot fix what you don't see. Once you know your triggers, the next step is to avoid them. If online shopping is your weakness, unsubscribe from marketing emails and delete safe payment info. This adds frictions to impulse purchases. If it is eating out, plan your meals and bring snacks when you are out. If sales tempt you, remind yourself that a good deal is not good if it derails your savings. I know it's not always easy, but avoiding triggers is a powerful way to stay on track. Think of it like this. Whenever you resist a trigger, you consciously move closer to your 10K goals. The more you stay patient, the quicker you will reach your goal. The next step is to address one other big problem. We often tend to spend our money to impress others. It has become almost second nature these days. Social media makes it worse. You see someone post about their vacation, new car, or designer clothes, and suddenly there is this pressure to keep up. But trying to impress others is a fast track to an empty bank account. Psychologically, this behavior stems from a need for external validation. We spend money on things we think will make us look successful or happy, hoping others will notice. However, research shows that this does not lead to lasting happiness. Any boost you feel from impressing someone is short-lived and often leaves you feeling worse when the bills come due. Instead, focus on impressing the person who truly matters. You. Saving toward a goal like $10K is a way of proving to yourself that you are disciplined, focused, and capable. The satisfaction of seeing your bank account grow beats the fleeting joy of showing off a purchase. To break free, you have to remind yourself of your priorities. One of the most important things here is to limit time on social media. If it triggers comparison, and remember that the people worth impressing care more about your happiness than your stuff. And finally, let me tell you about the most important thing you need to do if you want $10K in your bank account soon. Plan every paycheck. Yes, even the most minor purchase matters. Every dollar you spend should have a purpose that aligns with your goal. There is a famous 50-30-20 rule that will help you here. Traditionally, this rule suggests allocating 50% of your income to needs, which includes rents, utilities, groceries, etc. 30% to wants like entertainment and dining out, and 20% to savings. But you must adjust those percentages if you are working towards $10K. For example, aim for 50% needs, 20% or less to wants, and then 30% or more to savings. To make it work, create a spending plan at the start of each month or after every paycheck. List out your expenses, and in that list, need first, then want. Just make sure you are funneling as much as possible into savings. This way, you won't just guess where your money goes, you will tell where to go. Why is this so important? Without a plan, you might end up overspending on things that don't matter and miss out on hitting your savings target. But with a clear plan, every paycheck becomes your step closer to your $10K. Stick to it and you will get there faster than you think. How many months will it take you to make $10K? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to check the description for my Stand Store link where I have shared resources on how to make money online. It might just be the boost you need to get started. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next video, and you wake up.